podcast amplifies the needs and experiences of Black women leaders in the workplace with a holistic focus on three core areas: leadership development, mental wellness, and relationship management. Our ultimate aim is to help Black women learn, heal, and grow in their leadership capacity. Black woman leading. Before we jump into this episode, I wanted to let you know that registration is now open for the August 2026 cohorts of both our early career and mid-career leadership development programs. No matter where you are on your career journey, our programs are designed to support your holistic development, wellness, and career growth. Now, our mid-career program is designed for mid and senior level leaders, and it focuses on building strategic leadership skills and developing a customized career strategy in this phase of your career. Our early career program is a training program that's designed to strengthen the foundational leadership competencies needed to grow and to step into leadership. Now, of course, both programs will center your mental wellness and self-care and also provide a culturally relevant lens for you to do your personal and professional development work. The amazing thing about the transformative experience you have while in Black Woman Leading programs is that it's not over after you finish your program. We are invested in a long-term relationship with you. So upon completing our core programs, you become a part of our alumni community, and we host ongoing events throughout the year. With us, you are not just completing another professional development program. You are joining a community of support that's there with you for the long run. If you want to explore how to register for one of our programs, visit our website at www.blackwomanleading.com to get all the details. There you can review our programs, sign up for an info session, or schedule a one-on-one call with a member of our team. We'd love to welcome you to the Black Woman Leading community, and we love to support you in this season of your career. Hey, welcome back to Season 9 of the Black Woman Leading podcast. If you are returning, welcome home. And if this is your first time here, I am so glad you found us. You are exactly where you need to be. So we're kicking off Season 9 today, and when I just say that, right, Season 9 seasons, nearly 200 episodes, I do not take that lightly. This season is exciting for a few reasons. We have a brand new group of guests, a powerful new season's theme, and something new for Season 9. We are recording in a brand new studio. And super excited about the look and the vibe and all of that. This season is a half and half season. Half of our episodes are recorded in studio and half are recorded virtually. Either way, same real conversations, same unfiltered wisdom. So before I get into the season's theme and what we're going to be talking about this season, I want to tell you a bit about Black Woman Leading, especially if you're new here. So the podcast is an extension of the broader work we do at Black Woman Leading. Our mission is to support Black women throughout the career life cycle as they learn, heal, and grow in their leadership capacity. To do that, we have programming at every career level. We have an early career training program for women in the first years of their leadership journey to really build foundational leadership skills. And once our participants complete the early career program, they have the option to opt into our very own internal mentoring program, where we pair our early career alums with senior level alums from our mid-career program. Now, speaking of our mid-career program, this is generally for women who are already doing some leading in the workplace, and they generally have 15, 20 years of experience, and it's focused on helping them to create a career strategy. We also do one-to-one executive coaching for Black women in C-level roles, and we have an annual conference and retreat called Black Woman Leading Live. Now, our newest piece of the puzzle are Black Women Leading College Symposiums, and these are one-day events where I like to say your professional aunties come on to campus and love on our young sisters who are about to transition from student to professional and get them ready to step into their first role. And of course, we have this podcast. And so that's our full kind of ecosystem of offerings of Black Woman Leading, and you can learn about all of that at blackwomanleading.com. Now, let's jump into Season 9. Every season, I ask myself, what does our community need right now? What conversation is missing or we need to have more of? What are we not saying out loud that we desperately need to hear? And this season, the answer was clear: relationships. Season 9 is centered on the theme of nurturing and cultivating our relationships at work, in our personal lives, in our support networks, and most importantly, with ourselves. Because here is what I know: you cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot build meaningful relationships from a depleted version of yourself. So, if we think about why this season right now, I want to be honest with you about why this theme landed so strongly for me. It's a season, y'all. The DEI rollbacks are real. We've experienced it here at Black Woman Leading. The layoffs are real. The isolation of being the only or one of a very few, all of that is real for many of us. And the relationships we have or don't have are either carrying us or costing us. And so this season is about being intentional and about knowing the difference. So here's a little bit of a taste of what is coming this season. We're hitting that relationship angle from a couple of different vantage points. We're going to talk about what it means to really show up unapologetically and what the current cultural moment is asking Black women to give, to sacrifice, to turn up in order to succeed. We're going to have a conversation about what actually happens between Black women in positions of power, the support and sometimes harm and things we got to get together, and what the research says about why. We're going to talk about your heart work, literally, and not just your heart, but your body, why perimenopause, stress, and the emotional labor of being us is a cardiovascular conversation as well, right? And so we're going to talk about our holistic health and how that connects to our relationships with ourselves and others. We're going to talk about money, not just the tactics, but the trauma underneath it sometimes, the way we ask for it, negotiate for it, and believe we deserve it, and how that fits into our professional experience and relationships, and so much more. We're going to get into some of the nitty gritty of it, right? Our communication skills, how we build relationships, how we network, all of those things that really connect around this season's theme of relationships. Now, every season, we ask our guests some of the same season theme questions, and these really create a red thread throughout the season, no matter what the topics are that the guests bring. So I want to answer our season themes questions. I'm going to answer two of them myself first, because if I'm going to ask every guest this, I should be willing to go first, right? So here's the first season's theme question that you'll hear throughout the season. What has cultivating a relationship with yourself look like across the different seasons of your life and your leadership journey? So if I was to answer that question for myself, I have to be really honest and say I'm still growing in this area, right? I think about when I was younger leading Laura, right? Always driven, always having a goal, even today, always going after that. But one of the areas I'm intentionally trying to grow in this season is really centering my own wellness. And I talk about this, I teach about this, but practice is a different thing. And we know that through all the different topics we talk about, right? And so I think about, we talked about it in our last conference too, that really thinking about wellness as part of your leadership infrastructure. I was telling my husband the other day, I can't hang like I used to, right? Used to go hard, hard, hard. And now that fatigue, the needing to take a break, the realizing my focus is not as tight as it needs to be when I haven't got enough sleep, all of that is really what's representing my relationship with myself and cultivating my relationship with myself in this season. And so that's why I am so intentional about these conversations at Black Women Leading, because look, sometimes I'm trying to help myself, okay, while helping the community. So different seasons of life, if I sum that up, it's looked like maybe pushing through in earlier seasons, and other seasons it's looked like cycling, right? Push hard for a while, then crash and recover. Push hard for a while, then crash and recover. But as I'm getting older, I'm finding that cycling is simply not sustainable. And this is in different areas, right? We talk about the relationship with ourselves. So One of the things that's really coming to the surface for me, and this might resonate with you too, that wellness has to be infrastructure, not a reward for surviving. And cultivating my relationship with myself throughout my life, but even right now, has included accountability from others. Look, listen, my husband is on me these days, okay? He is checking in. He's like, girl, you need to stop. And I'm learning to receive that, whereas different seasons of life, I might have bristled at that. So I think that's some wisdom. That's maturity. That's emotional intelligence. And even as a teacher of this, we are all still students. And so that's one of the ways, or multiple ways, that I'm cultivating a relationship with myself. Now, here's a second season's theme question that I'm going to ask the guests. What is the one thing you want every Black woman listening to walk away and do differently after the conversation and after the season? What I would say as I think about the compilation of topics and guests we have this season is to do both the heart work and the head work. And if you've been around for a while, you know that is nothing new. That's a message, that's a central tenet of Black woman leading. But if we applied this to relationships, to take your relationships to the next level with yourself and with others, is going to require some inside out work. So as you listen this season, I want you to listen for two things. The conviction. Where is that internal nudge that's saying to you, as you hear me talking, as you hear our guest experts talking, yeah, that's an area I need some work on. I need to dwell there for a minute. I want you to feel a bit of a conviction around that. And the second thing I want you to listen for as you kind of engage with us throughout the season is the gratitude. Because as we think about relationships and we think back on our journey and different people that have helped us and how we've grown and evolved in our own relationships with ourselves, I want you to think about the gratitude. What is an area where, that gratitude has really served you? I want you to name it, and I want you to celebrate what you are excited about and what has helped you to cultivate healthy relationships with yourself and others. So listen, I'm so excited for this season, you all. If you are not already following, subscribe to our YouTube, all the things, please do that. And make sure you also share the Black Woman Leading podcast with your network. Share it with a sister that needs these messages and needs this community. And get ready, it's going to be an amazing season. And we're so excited for you to be along this journey with us. Now, we love to get connected. If we're not connected, you can connect with us on socials at Black Woman Leading. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. You like to connect with me? I'm at Laura E. Knights. You can get me most on LinkedIn and Instagram. And then finally, if you want to learn a little bit more about the work we do outside of Black Woman Leading in corporations to help them build leaders and teams, check out our corporate site at niceconsultinggroup.com. Of course, we love to connect with you in any of these ways. Come on back for the rest of the season. But until then, be well.